You guys have won 7 straight third quarters. That's been a thing that was not as great earlier in the season. What is Trey's starting those, but what are you seeing that's changed in those?
Weirdly, we get our best third quarters when we play bad in the first half. Like this game as well, and Pop talked to us at the end of the game, and he acknowledged that we need, as we shouldn't, but we always need somebody to tell us something. We always need him to tell us something, to have a reaction, and it's something we need to have on our own.
Victor, what are your takeaways from your first experience playing under the banners here in Boston?
It's the first seed. It's a legendary franchise. It's sometimes it's hard to realize we play against the best basketball players in the world. This is the top level, and we're not that far away from competing really and winning against these teams, and it's a weird feeling as an individual already. And it's, as always, I feel lucky every time I step on the court.
You got to play a whole extra minute tonight over your limit. You exhausted?
No,
it was a joke.
No, it did feel weird at some point. I haven't spent this much time on the court in a long time, and it feels good, and because I'm ready now. This is why we leveled up a little bit.
But you knew that this was going to be some ups and downs in a season like this. Now that we're at kind of the halfway point, was this what you expected? Did you expect anything differently in kind of the first half of your first NBA season?
Already halfway. It's what I expected is, I expected anything. I know it's not going to be easy. I know it's going to take some time before we can be contenders, for the title, and I was ready for anything, and I'm still ready to do any sacrifice, and I'm patient, I'm patient, but I'm for nothing I'll ever lose time, I'm patient, but I'm not wasting time, and it's, I trust us for the long term, but I was ready for anything.
How challenging has the losing been for you to deal with?
Very challenging. It's it's not the losing in itself, but it's it's something we might think, and I might have thought also as a individual before being into the NBA, but every game matters, even though we're losing 15 plus games in a row. Every single game we come on the court, and it's nobody's putting their head down, nobody's giving up. It's crazy because every game, every night is a hell of a battle, and it's very intense. And I would have thought before coming to the league that maybe some franchises or some teams, would be sometimes coming into games more relaxed or not caring as much, but it's not true at all.
What is it like to go around the league and kind of be treated like a rock star, where everybody's watching your every move pregame, they're watching your dunks, the stuff that you do every day in practice, but when you do it in front of people, it's whoa. What is that like?
Actually, I thought about this during the warm-up today. I noticed that there was a whole lot of cameras on our side, and it just felt funny how I really don't care. And how it really doesn't, it even surprised myself how much I don't pay attention to it, and it doesn't change my routines, doesn't change my attitude. I think I could say I'm built for this, but it's not what I love. It's not what I love. I love the sport. I love being an elite athlete, but it's part of the job. I know I'm trying to be amongst the best, and the best always have this kind of attention.
Do you know what the plan is yet for the back-to-back coming up? Which one they're going to make you sit on?
Yeah, the first one.
You're going to sit the
just
first one?
Yeah.
Oh, you just found us.
Just found out. Sorry?
What stood out to you about the Celtics? Played them a couple of times now, obviously the best team in the league. What do you think makes them that best team in the league from what you've
It's the depth, everybody can hoop on that team, and it's like everyone's a threat on the court, but at the same time they all know their roles, and they're all willing to share the ball from the most important franchise guys to the role players. It's everybody is ready to compete and to make the sacrifices. I can see that, and I can see that more compared to the past years as well. Just watching them. I remember clearly watching them in the finals against Golden State 2 years ago, and I can see the growth of that team.
How happy are you to set the first one and be able to play all?
I mean, I wish I could.
Oh, I know you want to play both,
of course, but I mean, it's like, of course, I'm excited to play against Bilal, but I was trying to be detached from this and just say I'll trust the coaching staff, what they want me to do, but of course, I'm happy to play against Bilal.
Is that going to be a fun and interesting experience for you to play against them? Yeah.
I think it's the only person that I've seen since I'm a kid, like a little kid, and at the time it was just dreams and something crazy, but we happened to both make it here, and I'm just so proud of him, and it is gonna feel weird for sure.
How often did you guys talk about that growing up, and maybe we'll both go to the NBA?
Growing up?
Yeah. Every day?
No, I mean, not that much. We had, we were competitive at the time. We was talking about winning the regional and national championship. We wasn't talking about NBA, but it's funny because I often remember like I won a fair amount of titles when I was like 13, 14, 15, like national titles and stuff. And back then it was like, it meant the world, winning the championship. And it's a championship that nobody knows about and nobody will probably ever know about, but it's beautiful as kids because it means the world, really.
Anything else you'll take away from your first trip to Boston? You mentioned the cameras and all that stuff, and the banners, or the parquet floor, or anything like that stand out for
The
you?
floor is special. It didn't bother me, but it is special. I mean, it's just beautiful, and the locker room was beautiful. The weight room is way too small, but the locker room is nice.
Thanks, Vic. Appreciate it.
Appreciate it.